Hey Haunties. I don't really have a lot to talk about this week because, I've just been doing me. So I guess that's what we're going to talk about. I'm tired of the weather and politics and everything. I just want to be in a nice little bubble, like floating through space, like away from all this bullshit, like probably like land on Saturn and like find out that there's like a secret society of people there and like, not deal with it. Right now, we have a lot of planets that are in Virgo. We have like the major planets. I think there's 5. I'm really bad at this since I write month astrology. I should have this memorized by now, shouldn't I? But there's a lot of planets in Virgo, which means that right now we have a lot of work to do with our lives and our careers and everything. And I've been doing a lot of energy work recently because, as you know, I'm a practicing witch. I'm not pagan. I'm not Wiccan. I've had bad experiences with both. I just do me. And basically, yeah, I've been doing a lot of energy work and a lot of intuitive stuff because I'm intuitive. That's self-explanatory. And I always find that when I start to get really intense with energy work and say like I go to a metaphysics store or like Barnes & Noble and I go to the occult section where all the books are, and it doesn't matter where it's been happening since I was like 16. Anytime that I'm intensely doing energy work or I really need like guidance on something, I'll find a book, right? And I'll be like, oh, this is interesting, and immediately, and this has happened every single time since I was 16, and you can choose to believe it or not, immediately, as soon as I pull that out, there's either a Necronomicon book shoved behind it or jammed in between that book and the book next to it that like falls over. Basically, it's really funny to me that this always happens because, like when I was really young, like 13 to 16, I was really obsessed with like the Lovecraftian pantheon and like the stories behind it and how people were really practicing magic with it. And so around the time that I was 16, I bought a book about the cult and the cult practices of Cthulhu and the Necronomicon in general. And immediately when I brought it back to my house, I noticed that my house had super bad vibes, which is why I don't really ever keep anything Lovecraftian themed in my house, because every time my house gets bad vibes, I just don't like it. I like my space to be calm and zen, and if there's bad vibes, it's just for me. Whatever. I was reading this book and it said basically that if you have dreams of Cthulhu coming to you, that he really is coming to you and he's going to take over your body, or that you have to do rituals to allow him into your body. And it really freaked me out because like I don't like possession, like I don't want to be possessed. It's not like what I want in life. I like to be in control. I'm a Taurus with Scorpio ruling everything else in my chart besides my sun. So I mean obviously there's some stuff in the book that is clearly just unreal because there's always my philosophy motto, I don't fucking know. I don't know words. I'm not a teacher. My motto with books, especially occult books, is that a lot of things have to be taken with a grain of salt, because you're gonna have really good authors who are really good at what they talk about and really know what they're talking about, and they're gonna have fluffy authors that don't know what they're talking about and they're just making things up to make you buy a book because they want to just profit off of people who do practice magic and believe in things other than Christianity and Catholicism and mainstream religions. Well, I guess Wicca is very mainstream. Paganism itself is very mainstream too, whether they want to say it's mainstream or not. It's very mainstream, especially with the way that TV markets it. It's way more mainstream than it used to be. I'm not pagan or Wiccan, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, long story short, I freaked out. I'm 16. I go back to Barnes & Noble and I return it immediately, like 2 days later. And so ever since then, the Necronomicon book has been like falling towards me. And every time I just go, not today, Cthulhu. Not today. I mean, you don't have to believe that pantheon exists. I very much am a firm believer that like the things that we believe in are things that we've created with our own thoughts and energies, and a lot of them have been around for a long time, so it's accumulated thoughts and energies to take on its own life, because that's pretty much how servitors are made, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's okay. It's a thought form, basically. It's a whole thing. I fully 100% believe that that whole pantheon can exist. And plus, we don't know anything about the water. We know 5% of the ocean, bitch. They could be down there as we speak. I don't fuck with the water people. I don't fuck with water. It's not me. I'm an earth sign. So I thought it'd be a funny story to share just because it's something that's just ongoing in my life. And yeah, I've just been reading a lot of books about like tarot and astrology and stuff to really hone and refine the things that I do. I go through phases with everything where I just drink it all up immediately, and then I'll go like weeks, sometimes months, without educating myself on things about it because I'm like tired. My Mercury's in Gemini. I span from thing to thing to thing to thing. But whenever I feel like I'm in a slump or not moving forward, I like to believe that, you know, not necessarily re-educating yourself, but refining what you know will help you progress. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been trying to read a lot more about astrology because I do write monthly horoscopes. They're in my zines, which are in my Etsy. But I want to go further with that. I'm tired of just telling people like what certain signs mean like in their chart. So I'm just trying to drink up as much as I can because it's one of the things that I do want to do. Obviously I want to do this, but I want to do things with astrology and tarot and magic as well. So I've been spending most of my days switching off between those books and like strengthening my Photoshop skills. I like to think that I'm pretty well versed in Photoshop. I've taken several classes. Well, I had to in high school. It's a whole thing. Plus I was seen at one point. So of course I know some stuff about Photoshop. But you know, you never know enough. My scalp is so itchy. I just co-washed my hair the other day and I'm finally getting it down. There will be a video at some point about co-washing, but I love it. My hair feels great. I just didn't want to redo it for this video and put more heat on it, so I just threw on some extensions and a beanie. But co-washing is great, I love it. So I've been just really spending this week, especially with all the planets in Virgo, just really refining what I know so that I can put it out there a lot stronger. That's pretty much, I haven't really been paying attention to anything in the world. I know that Hillary Clinton brought out a book and it's very much her bashing people that didn't vote for her and all the people that supported her, like just blindly following her. As normal, I know that the weather and the planet are in jeopardy and going crazy, and there's so many negative things happening right now, and it's just so exhausting to look at. And sometimes you just have to take a break from it for your own mental health. My OCD's been going off the charts recently, so I've really just been trying to balance everything out so that I don't have to wash my hands 3 times so I don't die. And, you know, flick a switch 9 times so that other people don't die. I really don't want to have to do that. Yeah, so anyways, while we're on the topic of refining skills, there's a lot of exciting things in the works. And if you want to know about them before they actually happen, because I haven't told anyone yet except for like one of my friends maybe, or maybe my mom. Is my mom my friend? I have her blocked on Facebook. So anyways, if you want to know about all the exciting stuff that I have in the works and get access to it before anyone else, my Patreon is below. If you want to be a super haunty, go ahead and go there and support me because it makes videos happen and it lets me stock up on that Halloween bulk candy before it goes out of stock forever. My song of the week is Truth Hurts by LIZZO. It just came out, I think today, maybe yesterday. And it's amazing. It's so good. This girl never stops with the hits. It's always coming. I am obsessed and I've been looping it for like 7 hours so far today. What I'm living for this week is the planet shifting. There's some really exciting stuff happening cosmically in the near future and I am very ready for it. My product of the week is Trophy Wife. I'm wearing it all over my face. I don't really know if you can tell on camera, but in person, it's fucking crazy. I love it. I made a video about it. You're right there. Our tarot card of the week is the Knight of Cups. I know it's kind of glary because of my ring light. We recently just had the Knight of Cups as our tarot card, like, I want to say 3 weeks ago, and basically there is going to be opportunities presented to us in the near future that are going to allow us to move along forward emotionally as well as, you know, materially. And these are really going to take us to our next level of where we're meant to be on our paths. It kind of goes hand in hand with how all of the planets are in Virgo right now and how we're going to need to apply ourselves a lot more than usual. You may be feeling a little overwhelmed with things going on around you, but as long as you put in the work, you'll be good to go. Listen to your intuition as well and really follow your gut, because the water cards are very intuitive, and really try to create the things you want to see materialize for yourself. Does that make sense? Pay attention to your dreams. And as always, if you want a full reading, I have them on my Etsy account. There's a bunch of readings that I have listed. They're all there. Link is below. I'm there as always. If you like these videos and you want to support me and make sure that they keep coming out, make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, because I make 3 videos a week. Sometimes more. Depends on the week. You can find me on most things at Popgoth with an _ and Holographic Goth on Tumblr. See you guys on Friday. Bye, Haunties.